Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. That's my first video on the channel, so please excuse my awkwardness. My name is Blago, and today I want to show you how my store made over $20,000 in 24 hours on October 6th, which actually happened to be my birthday. Let me refresh that for you. And how we're managing to scale to over 10K per day consistently with Facebook ads during Q4 right now. So if you want to learn more about how we're doing this stuff, make sure to watch until the end of this video and enjoy. Okay, so let's hop on my computer and show you everything that we do in order to scale from 8K per day to 20K per day almost overnight without losing any profitability, without losing ROAS. So as you can see, on that particular day, we made more than $6,000 in net profit, which is roughly around 30%. Yeah, let's get right into it. But first of all, let me give you some background information about the store. So this is not a store that we created last week. It's a store that was started in late 2020 when I was still 18. It's crazy that we were able to scale the store to $1 million in less than 6 months. But what's even better is that we were able to turn it into a proper brand. And over the last 3 years, we've made more than $6.5 million with it, with one main offer, one traffic channel. It's seasonal product. I'm gonna show you all the secrets behind it. As I said, I wanna make this thing as simple as possible, but keep in mind that this is not a beginner's video. So if you're looking for a product testing strategy, you should probably watch any of my other videos that are gonna come up on my channel. However, if you're a dropshipper or a brand owner who's doing 1,000, 2,000, 3K per day, and you're looking to scale past multiple thousand per day in ad spend and hit 5-figure days in revenue, then you should definitely stick until the end of this video. I have some golden nuggets for you, and let's get it started. What we are going to cover today is, first, I'm gonna explain you the scaling strategy for doubling ad spend overnight. So how to make decisions in your ad account so that you can scale profitably and fast. Second, we're gonna cover my top 3 favorite campaigns for scaling on Facebook. And third, we're gonna cover my best performing ad creative types. And if you stick until the end of the video, I'll show you a bonus trick on how to increase your campaign performance and squeeze out even more sales from your existing campaigns without making any new content, without creating any new assets for your ads, just by making some small changes. So first of all, it's very important to have the right mindset when you're scaling your campaigns, because as you're testing things out, 9 out of 10 things will not work, but that shouldn't discourage you, because the 10 thing that you test on average over a large sum of tests, of course you can get lucky and everything that you test works out, but that's usually not the case. I've seen that 1 in 10 tests prove to be very successful, but that one thing that works can carry on for months to come. Don't get discouraged if you test a lot of things then they don't work. Stick to it, and just keep in mind that every ad account is unique. So what I'm giving you is just a toolkit. It's for you to go out there and test it on your ad account and test it with your store and see what works for you. So I can give you 4 or 5 scaling strategies that work for me consistently, but it's up to you to go and test it out. And for example, your ad account might work well with ABOs, but not with CBOs. So you have to implement and then iterate based on the data that you get. When is the right time to scale your campaigns? First of all, you need to already have tested at least 5 to 10 different ads and audiences for your store, and you need to be doing some numbers, as I said, usually at around $500 to $1,000 per day in ad spend. You can already think about more aggressive scaling. Until this point, you need to pretty much test the waters out there. And second thing, very important, you need to already be profitable in your testing campaigns, ideally at around 25 to 30% in the net profit for your business. Again, it depends on the product and the gross margins and all that stuff. However, that's the rule of thumb. And from there, you can take a more aggressive approach. As you can see on the chart that I have, if you're netting at least 25, ideally more than 30%, you're pretty much eligible for blitz scaling. That's the term that I use for scaling very quickly. And what that means is if you had a very profitable day, you can increase ad spend by 20% every 4 to 6 hours until your performance drops. So if you decide to scale aggressively, you should go into your ads manager, and every 4 to 6 hours, you want to increase ad spend by 20%. And why 4 to 6 hours? Because you shouldn't be in your ad account throughout the whole day. It's not productive and it's not helping your business, because micromanaging the ad account could do more harm than benefit. So every 4 to 6 hours, up your ad spend by 20%. And if the ROAS drops at a particular point, you can just descale by 10%, lower the ad spend a little bit, and then leave it as it is until the end of the day. If that's not the case, and if ROAS keeps being at great numbers, just continue scaling with the following scheme and do the full cycle, and then repeat it on the next day. But if your profit is not above your target, if it's, let's say, 15, 10, like less than 20%, you might need to take a look at your funnel and your ad account and restructure things a bit. So if you're not profitable at all, you should definitely analyze your funnel and see where the bottleneck is. Is it the ads? Is my cost per click high? Is it the offer? Do I convert? At what AOV do I convert? And look at the overall picture and do a very in-depth analysis. And that's a topic that I'm gonna cover in another video. So when you're at that 10 to 15% profit, net profit range, you're risking to lose a lot of money by scaling, because if your profit margin drops, you'll be close to zero, or even worse, at a negative, and you'll be on a high ad spend, which means that you can lose thousands of dollars every day. And I like to compare it with fitness. So whenever you want to bulk, like obviously you need to increase your calories, but at some point you'll get very fatty. So like you need to restructure your body a little bit before you can scale further. The good thing is with business, it's different, and you can scale to 4 figures in daily ad spend pretty quickly. That's not how you do it in business. You're gonna become a very fat person. So don't do that in the gym, but in your ad account, you're 100% allowed to do this. And the way I scale is just ramping up budgets. Like I see what works. I have a few scaling campaigns, which I'm gonna cover in a little bit, but I have a few scaling campaigns, and the working ad sets are on high budgets, so I just scale them up. And why is it so simple? It's because at more than $1,000 per day in ad spend, your ad account is very optimized. Scaling is all about just scaling budgets. The hard part is getting the permission to scale budgets, because you cannot do that without doing the prerequisite work, which is testing ads, testing angles, testing headlines, testing copies, testing the offer, testing the prices, testing even the product that you're offering in the bundle. All those things are the prerequisite for scaling. As I said, some people are generally afraid to scale, and this video is more towards them because they have a golden mine and they're afraid to uncover it. However, if you're not profitable with your campaigns, you're like struggling to survive, and you're at like 0 to 5% net profit, you should take a deeper look at your funnel. It's not time for scaling. Let's get to the second point, my top 3 campaigns for scaling. First, and that's my favorite one because it's so simple to set up, is high budget ABOs and CBOs. It's pretty much taking what's already performing and just putting it on a high budget. If it's a CBO, I usually take just 3 to 5 winning audience and ads combinations. Let's say I was testing in ABO and I had an ad set running $20 per day on 5 ROAS, and I have a few of those with either different audiences or different ads within them. Doesn't really matter. Like, there's no specific filter. You just put them together in a CBO and you just set a high budget, ideally 100% daily to start with. But what I like doing is $200, $300 budgets to start with so that I can get data fast. Same things with ABO, it's just that you're recreating existing ABO ad sets on a very high budget. And the way you scale this is exactly the same. You just increase the budget. You don't need to do 10 duplicates. Like you can just scale up one single ad set, it's gonna work fine. I promise you that. The second method is Advantage Plus scaling campaigns. The way I set them up is, again, very simple. You just select broad targeting. Advantage Plus works best with completely no targeting. And I import at least 10 of my best performing ad sets. And again, I set it on a relatively high starting daily budget, ideally 100 plus per day. But I highly recommend starting out with at least 200 bucks, depending on your price point for your product. And just create a campaign, no targeting, Advantage Plus, import 10 of your best performing ads, and that's it. So the third scaling method that I'm gonna share in this video, and it's probably the one that I use the least, is cost caps. And I know that people are kind of overcomplicating this because you can play with the bids and you can tweak a lot of things, but again, I'm gonna keep it very simple. So what I would recommend you to do is recreate your best performing ads and audience combination. Just take one single ad set, like your best performing one, and set the cost per result equal to your target cost per purchase. So let's say you have a $200 AOV product, you have 2.5x markup, that means your product costs are around 80 bucks. If you have around 10 bucks for payment processing, it means that your cost of goods are around 90 bucks. And if we plan to have a target profit margin of at least 25%, that means that we have to deduct another $50 for profit, which leaves our target cost per purchase at 60 bucks. And that's how we set our cost cap. So set it as your target cost per purchase and see how it works. If it spends and if it's profitable, you can lower it further and you can scale up the campaign. I usually set a very high budget for that campaign. I usually start with 400 bucks. However, that doesn't mean that it's gonna spend it all. Cost caps work if the Facebook algorithm sees that it's gonna get results. So don't be afraid to put a very high budget on it. As for the ads, my best performing ones are actually not UGC, and I know that you are like, oh, this guy is gonna talk about UGC and blah 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 like everyone else. But actually no, our best performing creatives are actually GIFs and images. So I'm gonna show you some examples of what I mean. But you can be very creative with single image ads, and they have like lower CPMs. They hit different pockets of audiences, especially when someone is using videos, when everyone is using videos. So I'm gonna walk you through what types of images we use. I have a few examples for you, and yeah, let's take a look. So this one is an ad by the Udi. This is a GIF that they used. They made it in a video, but as you can see, this GIF is like a static image with a few changing elements. So in this case, it's just the variants of the Udi, but if you have different colors, different variants, different types of views for your product, you can do the same thing. And the GIFs are very strong because they can communicate your offer very well, and they still keep the attention like the video does. So you get to deliver your message very fast and attract attention like a usual video would do. So definitely take advantage of GIFs. Of course, you can just stick to single image ads. I have a few examples that really struck with me because they're just genius. The first one is a magazine article style ad. So if you look at this thing on your feed, you might think that it's just your favorite magazine posting something, but it's a hidden ad. And you can see how well written this is. Like, that's high level copywriting out here. Seekangeber collagen toner sales. It's pretty much how this brand sold out with a 35,000 customer list. And it's genius. Like, it gives social proof for the brand, although the brand could make everything by themselves. Like, of course, if you can back up this statement with facts, you can do that, and it's highly advisable to do that. However, most of the brands are just making this stuff up. I'm not saying it's good. We never overstate our claims. So the second one is a negative review that this brand published. It's for a yoga mat that does acupuncture it was a pretty hot dropshipping product back then. But I've been seeing this brand since 2020 and they're still crushing it, although it's the same product. So they pretty much posted a bad review, and you can see how this contrarian thinking can create amazing results. You can see the engagements is over 10K and with most of the reactions being laughing. These type of ads, they are controversial. A lot of people will hate on them. However, they perform like hell. Facebook likes it, the algorithm pushes it further. And I'm gonna tell you that the CDR on this ad is at least like 4%. And the last one that I wanna show you is the offer ad. We already took a look at this example, but our best performing ad was just creaming the offer. Like, this product that we're selling is very visual, and using a video, you can explain it the best. However, we had a very strong offer, and through a gift creative, we were just able to crush it. We've made several six figures with one single ad creative, which was just a simple GIF of the product changing colors. Use that to your advantage. I discovered this by mistake, because in the beginning I was like, no, I'm gonna only use dropshipping videos and UGC, where in reality these ads actually work. And if you look at all the big brands that are out there, they're not using only videos. Like, for sure they're using UGC, they're using info ads. However, image ads and GIF ads can freaking crush it, not only for warm and hot audiences, but also for attracting new customers. So definitely take advantage of that. The last type of video that I like to use is probably surprising, not UGC. I just use info video ads, because if they are done right with a very good script and very good visuals, they can deliver better performance than UGC, because they are in general more persuasive. So even though your clicks might be more expensive on those ads, they usually deliver the marketing message in a more persuasive way. If you use UGC, you're mostly seeing the following pattern. You launch the ads, they have very low cost per click, very cheap traffic, and then those people don't end up converting. You look at your website, you think that you have something wrong with your product and with your offer, and then you give up on it. But it's not the landing page, and it's not the price of your product, it's just the quality of the traffic that those ads are attracting. UGC ads, if they are done right, they can make people convert. However, 90% of people just make engaging videos that attract window shoppers, but those people are not buyers and you don't want them on a store. So info video ads still work amazing in 2023, and I use the following script pattern. I start off with a hook, usually a question, then I introduce a problem that of course my product is gonna solve later. Then I bash on the competition a little bit and pretty much differentiate our product from the competition and just point out our USP. Then I introduce a product, I hype it up with some benefits and features, ideally with some cool storytelling behind it. So it shouldn't be, oh, this product does this and helps you with this. It should be, that's how people manage to do this and this, and you get what I mean. Like, it shouldn't be just a boring ad script. The best ads are usually stories. So if you can involve a story element in your ad, you can increase the persuasive power that this ad conveys. And of course, I end up the video with an offer and a strong call to action, and that's pretty much it. The reason why I'm pointing this stuff out is because all those things are only applicable if you have a winning marketing angle and a good offer, and of course good content to back it up. As I said in the beginning of the video, you cannot scale past 2 to 3K per day if you're on 5% net profit. Like, you cannot just spend more and spend more and spend more and expect to have better results, because that's what we were thinking in the past. Like, you're just spending money, you're getting more data. With more data you can scale profitably, but that's not the case anymore. Like, I'm launching ads and overnight they are very profitable. And why is that? It's because the Facebook algorithm is already quite good. So you don't need to wait for 2 weeks and like overspend on ads just to see if your offer works. You should be more focused on optimizing the fundamentals, getting into that ideal 25 to 30% profit margin days before you can scale, and then worry about scaling and apply all those methods. But your most important and high leverage work is in your content, your offer, and your marketing angle. If you don't have those dialed in, it's just not gonna work. You're just gonna spend money on ads, and it's gonna hurt your bank account. Like, you're not gonna make any profit. That's the disclaimer that I wanted to point out. But if you're happily spending $1,000 per day and you're getting 2 to 3K back at least, I will show you a secret trick that we're using to optimize our campaigns even better. So here's the bonus that I promised. It's very simple. It's just running ads from alternative pages. Whenever you run an ad from your brand's page, consumers scroll on Facebook, they just see, oh, this brand is running ads, blah, 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 blah. And if the ad is good, they're still gonna click and they're still gonna buy. 95% of our ad spend is going through the brand page. However, if you want to further strengthen your brand, and if you're selling to an audience with very high expectations, running ads from an alternative page, that means running from a community page, like I don't know, if it's a pet product, you can run from top pet grooming gadgets or my pet's corner or something like that. Or you can work with an influencer in the space, and they don't need to be a big influencer. It could be someone with less than 1,000 followers. However, it's a win-win situation for both you and the influencer, because the influencer gets a lot of visibility and you get a lot of trust, and they're gonna gain followers, and you're gonna have higher conversion rates in your store because people are trusting your ads more. And it works in a very good combination with your brand page ads, because people see your ad, they might not buy on the first impression. However, they will continue seeing ads from community pages and from influencers through whitelisting. And if you want to see a detailed video on that, comment below. I'm gonna make sure to record it. Again, you can use not only your brand page, but also influencers through whitelisting and community pages for your niche to further strengthen the trust and have even higher conversion rate. And the good thing is you can use content that is already created, so you don't need to make new ads specifically for that. If it's a community page, you can use your info videos, your banners, your image ads, your GIFs, and so on. However, if it's a whitelisting influencer campaign, I would highly recommend just sticking to UGCs. And it shouldn't be a UGC ad. It shouldn't necessarily be a UGC ad where it's like very persuasive with a direct response script. It can be just a simple unboxing video or like a review from the influencer, ideally, in order to squeeze out the maximum benefit of it. So let me know if you tried out. Type it in the comments. If you want me to cover another topic, just message me on Instagram. The link should be somewhere below. I hope that was helpful, and I hope it was simple enough for all of you guys to understand it. My goal with this is to make it simple for everybody. Keep crushing it, and have a great rest of your day. Bye. 8K per day to 12. Today I want to show. My name is Blago.